Welcome to the Know Yourself channel. We're making astrology known and understandable as the #1 priority. I'm the Scottish Astrologer, and in this video I go over the effects that Saturn produces in general when located in the 12 different houses of the zodiac on a natal chart. But of course, as always, the whole natal chart must always be taken into consideration. Okay, if Saturn is located in the first house, the person will seem more mature and wise. They will either look and or act older than they are and usually prefer the company of people older than themselves. They have a disciplined, mature and serious attitude towards life. People tend to find it hard to get to know these people properly, as they tend to be quite distant people. Their virtues are caution and realism, though these people can tend to limit themselves sometimes by being too fearful, shy or careful. These people tend to doubt themselves or not believe in themselves. They also tend not to be assertive when necessary. Saturn in the second house. These people tend to worry a lot about money and material security. They either never acquire a lot of money or goods throughout their life, or on the contrary, they may work very hard to ensure they always have the money and security that they desire. They also tend to be rather tight, as we say in Scotland, with money, and don't like to share, as they feel they need to keep every penny they make. These people tend to be good at saving money, or the opposite, where they struggle to save at all. These people can always become very wise. These people can also become very wise and shrewd with money, and investments and financial matters also. But this all depends on whether or not Saturn is well placed and aspected, etc. on the natal chart. Saturn in the third house. These people tend to be very serious-minded compared to other people, and usually find it difficult to make conversation or participate in group speaking. These people are highly critical of people who either exaggerate or talk about subjects they clearly know nothing about. These people are usually quite quiet, when around new people, very quiet when around new people. And this is usually discomforting, to others. Their mental concentration is really good, but their breadth for understanding usually is not. These people also hold back what they are truly thinking and feeling about a situation or subject until they have thoroughly thought everything over. Saturn in the fourth house. These people feel like they were deprived in some sense, whether or not they actually were. It usually spawns from childhood due to their relationship with their parents, which they may feel was unloving, unhappy, or restrictive, and this usually develops in later life into the detriment of not really letting others get close to them, etc. And what is crucial in overcoming this is simple forgiveness. They truly need to forgive the people that they hold responsible for this, and are also letting go any resentment they may have and hold over these people. Now, these people should put a lot of their energy into their home and home life, These people also usually tend to really want the home or the function of the home to be exactly the way they want it to be. And sometimes this configuration can cause the person to become obsessed with the home or make them very isolated and barely leave the house, Saturn in the fifth house. These people tend to be very self-conscious and concerned with how they look or the impression that they give across to others. and this makes it difficult for these people to just relax or do things spontaneously without a whole lot of pre-planning. Now these people usually crave and desire to be noticed, okay, recognized and acknowledged in some way, and will work extremely hard at something in order to make this a reality. These people really need to learn how to enjoy themselves and relax more. They need to encompass the saying, work hard, play hard, because these people are usually too much work hard and not enough play hard. And it's all about the balance, because balance is truly the key here. Saturn in the 6th house. These people are very serious about work and health, and can be so over-obsessed with both that they end up becoming ill, and are unable to do both, ironically, okay? Now these people really get a bit over-involved to the point of obsession with living a super healthy lifestyle. And again, like I said, this can be to their own detriment, as they can actually end up becoming ill through too much work, okay, working on it too much, not enough rest. Something that they ironically, okay, tried so hard to avoid. Like I said, they tried so hard to avoid becoming ill and remaining healthy, and ironically, if they work too hard at it, too obsessed with it, they end up becoming ill, the opposite of what they actually desired, okay? Now these people can also tend to be hypochondriacs. These people also tend to feel like they have never done enough and always like to be busy or occupied. And this quality tends to turn them into workaholics, okay, depending on the position of Saturn on the chart, but usually this turns them into workaholics, this configuration. To the point that they no longer actually enjoy the work anymore, because they tend to become overly conscientious and responsible at work, which is a need they feel they must do rather than doing it because they like to do it. Saturn in the 7th house. These people tend to take commitments in marriage and relationships and to others very, very seriously. They are usually extremely trustworthy and very dedicated partners due to their great sense of responsibility and maturity towards relationships. But funny enough, people with this configuration, with a badly positioned and aspected Saturn, usually seek to avoid marriage or serious relationships, as they see them as too burdensome or restrictive. And indeed, these people tend to build much better and closer friendships and working relationships rather than intimate relationships. But again, if these people do change their minds and decide to commit, they can be the best partners to have, okay? They can be. Although they feel they are always working to perfect a marriage or partnership, rather than just enjoying it for what it is and as it is. Saturn in the 8th house. These people tend to strongly dislike change. They are very set in their ways, and they can even have a strong fear of change, death, and or the unknown. These people usually, if Saturn is ill-dignified and aspected, they usually dislike sharing and like distinction between what is theirs and what is other people's. Some of these people are also very knowledgeable about things such as war, battle, or the occult, okay? Saturn in the 9th house. These people, 5 times out of 10, are unreligious or very narrow or close-minded when it comes to their thinking concerning religion, politics, and or philosophy. Or on the other hand, 5 times out of 10 they can be highly religious or spiritual, and can even get extremely attached to a certain particular philosophy, okay, or idea, to the point where they refuse to listen to counter opinions or arguments to the subject. But all this depends if Saturn is either well placed or negatively placed and aspected on the natal chart, okay? These people also tend to have a serious outlook on life and usually believe in and/or are cautious about karma, very aware of it. They also like a lot of evidence, usually to back up what is being said to them, okay? Now, Saturn in the 10th house. These people tend to be very judgmental about themselves when they fail, or especially fail to attain success. They also love praise, okay, and recognition when they feel they have worked hard and effectively at something. They are also very responsible and concerned with their duty and/or career. They are conscious about their public image, okay, highly conscious about their public image and place in the world, and usually aim and achieve big, okay? And usually once these people set their minds to a certain goal, they achieve it due to their discipline and patience. These people understand the need and benefit of hard work, okay? But again, this all depends on if Saturn is either being positioned positively or negatively on the natal chart. Okay, Saturn in the 11th house. These people usually dislike rules and restrictions, and they tend to be either loners or people with little or very few friends. Or they are people who don't like joining things such as social clubs. And these people like to be, again, either alone or with people older than themselves. Saturn in the 12th house. These people tend to be very untrustworthy about both people and life, and are usually quite paranoid about this, okay? They really don't trust people or what's going to come next in their life. They don't trust it whatsoever, okay? And they also find ways to prevent anything wrong happening to them in life or from other people, okay? They're usually very anxious. These people need to get over these debilitations and try to love a brighter, more positive outlook, okay, on life. These people tend to sleep a lot also, or love their sleep more than most, okay? So just to recap, these people really need to start to trust people, okay, and have a more brighter outlook on life, okay, and that will help get over their debilitations of not really trusting people and life as it comes to them, okay. Now, again, all these interpretations are in general, and for a full and accurate interpretation, the whole natal chart must always be taken into consideration, okay? Now, this video is the first of 10 videos concerning the planets and the houses interpretations as I would generally give them, okay? This series should be basically compared with the old school series that I did, that showed you the traditional interpretations you would have heard from an astrologer approximately 200 to 300 years ago. So please check that series out in the playlist section and see the difference between the interpretations from then and now, from the past and the future, okay, the present even. Because doing this will be very interesting, to say the least, okay? Okay folks, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell at the right hand side of the subscribe button. Thanks again, take care.